Hey guys, Legend here with another Highway Philosophy vid. Today I'd like to share the story of my home defense situation and what happened to me and my family on Thanksgiving night. Well, this particular instance, I wasn't home at my house. I was actually at the future in-laws' house. It was about 2 in the morning and I was on the computer chilling, on Blog TV and just talking with everybody, having a good time. And Miss Legend Sexy was asleep, or just about ready to fall asleep, when we started hearing these noises. And I look at her and she looks at me and she's like, "What's that?" And I wasn't sure, so she peeks out the window and we see a couple of people out there carrying on, making noises, and we weren't sure what they were doing, and they were sprinting at the house. So she jumps out of bed and goes down to tell her parents. And what I do is I hop up and I grab the HK USB Compact 40 and I started entering this mode. It was really different for me. I guess you never know how you react in these situations till you get there. And this is how I reacted. It was like tunnel vision, but I was fully in control. So I ran downstairs and almost met her at the bottom of the stairs as fast as she went. And I told her to call 911 because I started hearing pounding. And so she dialed 911 and I grabbed her and I grabbed the animals and I took her parents and I put them all in the parents' bedroom. And so I told them to lock the door and stay here. So I walk over by the side door, which is where the pounding was coming from, and that's about 10-15 feet away from the kitchen. And what I did is I started seeing that guy pounding on the door through the tiny crack in the window. So I kind of made myself a barrier and put myself a couple feet over to the right, because this goes down a hallway to get there. That way I wouldn't be right in front of the door, because I didn't know if he had a gun. I didn't know what he had or what he was doing and what he wanted. And so I started talking to this guy. I said, "What are you doing here? What do you need? Can I help you?" He's like, "Open the door, open the door." And I told him, "No, I'm not going to open the door, but if you need help, tell me, and I'll get you some help." And he started screaming help at that time, really loud. And I'm like, "Man, what's going on here?" And then all of a sudden, he started bashing the door harder and harder, like he was going to break in. And I know I don't play that, so I started taking the safety off the HK. And for about 2 or 3 minutes there, I thought I was going to have to use this gun. It started to get really, really slow for me. Everything seemed to slow down. It seemed like it was there for 10, 20 minutes, even though it was only there 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes at most. So he pounded harder and harder, and it seemed like for a split second he was going to get through the door. I had the gun ready to go. I wasn't sure what was going to happen from that point on, but I knew if he came through that door I was going to have to do something about it. And I wouldn't want to take his life, but I don't mess with that gun, and I know I wasn't going to let anything happen to the family. So what I ended up doing was yelling at him a few more times, and then he still seemed like he wanted to get through. And when did well, let me put it this way. I knew I was going to have to do something about it after a few minutes. But about that time, the cop showed up and took him down, and I never had to do anything about it, thank God. And I don't know, it was a scary situation for me. I'm just glad I didn't have to do anything about it. So when the cops got there, they only found that one guy that was there, not the other one, or whoever, how many people there were. And he was in a hoodie sweatshirt, and it was below 20 below out there. And where this guy lived was 3 or 4 or 5 miles away from us. And there's no way that he could have made it all the way to the house without help, especially in that little hoodie. They ended up finding drugs on him. He was intoxicated. So, there's no telling what he would have done. I guess you never know how you act till you get there, and that's how I acted, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this story. Maybe you learned something from it. Know what it's kind of like. Thanks for watching, and I'll do another video in the future about a few other scary situations I've had. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed your holidays.